Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ud and I help people become their best versions of themselves. I'm back in the forest because I love this forest so much. I don't know the deeper reason behind it, but I don't think it matters at this point in time. Today, I want to talk about why it is so important to work on yourself, why it is so important to realize your true self. In order to answer this question, you have to understand how we work. And so we believe, like for example, that this forest around me, it's a forest, and me, I'm here. So this is the forest, and this is me. But in reality, what's actually going on is that this is me, and all around me is a projection of my inner self, of how I see things. For example, if I was in a bad mood and I would be here, I would probably notice a lot of bad things. For example, this trash here. No, it sucks. But because I'm happy, I don't see a trash bag, which makes me feel even worse. I just see trash and be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, humans are this way. They litter sometimes, but we're gonna change that soon. It doesn't affect me as much. And it's the same for everything. If you're in school or at the job and you feel bad, there's gonna be so many people around you that's gonna make you mad, you know? But if you're happy, you're gonna have a lot of good interactions with the same kind of people. Two same situations, but two different perspectives. So it's all about you. It's how you perceive things that matters. Now, in a nutshell, I believe we can separate ourselves into two categories, of perceiving reality. The first one is our minds, and the second one is our heart. Our minds is what I just talked about. It's how we perceive everything around us. We believe we are separated from everything, so we can orient ourselves better in this world, so the chances of survival are higher. Wow, look at this bird. Like, just imagine if I actually thought in my ego that I am the same as this forest, like that, then forest wouldn't be a thing, and I would be like, what the heck am I doing here? What are all this green stuff around me? You know, it would be very confusing. But then the heart, on the other hand, well, the heart feels. It's more focused on feeling. And I believe heart is what our actual soul is. So trapped, embodied in our bodies, in this current experience we're experiencing on this earth. Okay, so have this in mind. We are our minds and we are our hearts. And so why it is so important to work on ourselves? Well, working on ourselves is basically shifting our focus from the outside world to the inside, to our heart. Because heart, well, it's more genuine. Our minds are conditioned by the society we were raised in and by the environment we grew up in. But these in here course stay the same from life to life, and some people believe that the point of this life here on earth is to wake up and find yourself again. I'm not sure about that yet, but there has to be some truth to that. Nonetheless, by focusing from the outside to the inside, you stop searching for the reasons that you aren't who you want to be out there, and start searching for the reasons inside you. Why is that important? Well, as long as you're gonna search for the reasons out there, you won't change anything. Why? Because that out there, like everything, is my perception in my mind. And as long as I don't acknowledge that, I won't be free from my mind. And I'll be basically searching for reasons in my mind to break out of my mind. No? It's kind of like eyes cannot see themselves, except in the mirror, but that's, well, you get the idea. When you start focusing on the inside, you actually see the reasons why you are the way you are, because you see that this mind up here isn't really who you are. It's just a tool that's orienting you through life, through earth. But who you actually are is right in here. But you won't know that until you shift the focus, and you have to be the one who does that. There are no other people who can make you do it. There are no other events that can make you do it. Of course, they can speed up the process, or maybe they can kick your butt and be like, yo, start doing something. Stop doing the same thing you've been doing for your entire life, because as you can see, it obviously doesn't change anything. It doesn't help you. And once again, when you start working on yourself, when you learn about yourself, life becomes so much more beautiful. The more you practice doing it, the more you are connected with your heart, as well as disconnected from your brain. Not in a bad way. It's just that we identify ourselves with our thinking minds, but our thinking minds are just organs that do their job. We are so much more than that. You obviously don't have to work on yourself. There's no law that requires you to do so. but from my experience, it's so freaking worth it. I cannot tell you how much worth I have found within myself. Within myself, I was searching for everything out there because I didn't know that everything around me is me. And well, I just couldn't succeed, you know, it didn't make sense. But now I do. Now I practice self-love, I practice self-fulfillment, I practice a lot of things. Not actual practices, it's just me having conversations with myself and getting to know myself, basically. And that does the trick. The more aligned you are, the more you know what you want in life, the more you disconnect from all the problems you think you are having, because you realize that these problems aren't really real. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. This is my perspective. It may be a bit different from person to person, but I'm pretty sure that the base always stays the same because we all work the same way. We are all humans after all. So now I'm gonna just chill here, enjoy this beautiful nature, listening to these birds. And I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe and comment if you have anything to say. Bye bye. I love you.